Okay, so we've defined our site and told Dreamweaver where we're going to be saving our website and our web pages and all of the elements that will be featured throughout our website. So what we now need to do is start making our first page. Now, hopefully you remember, yes, it is the home page, but what do we call the very first page? Yes, that's right, index. So we need to call this one index. So at the moment at the top here, there's in this tab, this page at the moment is called untitled. So we need to save this page and we need to save it as index. So just like a Word document or anything like that, we need to come up here to File and we need to go Save As. Now, when we're there, you'll see that the name of the page is automatically highlighted a color. So I can just press Delete and I'm going to name it Index. Now, one really important thing that you need to remember is that anytime you name a web page, it must have .html after it. Okay, it must have it, because if I delete that and I go to open it up later, the laptop or your computer won't know what program to open it with because it won't know what it is. So you do need to make sure that you have the extension .html. So if you accidentally delete it, just make sure you put it there. It should automatically save in the folder that we've defined. If for some reason yours is not there, you'll need to find it. Okay, so you'll need to find that on your computer. So we're naming it index.html. Hopefully there you've got your folder and we're going to say save. So a couple of things to have a look at. Over here, okay, in our tab, we've got index.html. And down over here on our panel, you should have your site. So I've got my site there, L_Scott. And now we have a web page underneath called index.html. So as you can imagine, later on down the track, all of your different websites, your web pages will be there. So it'll be easy to find. Just a few other things to point out. So this is what we call the side panel. Down here is the properties toolbar. Now, if for some reason, you lose that, you can't find it, you don't have it, you'll need to come up here to window and need to make sure that properties is ticked. Okay, so if you can't find that, that's where you'll need to go there. Okay, so in class, we have been developing storyboards and a lot of us have drawn up tables. Now, one big thing that I did suggest that you need to have or you should have is make use of white space, okay, because otherwise your page will be all over the place. So when you've drawn up your tables, a lot of you have done that in a table format. So just like you've drawn it on the paper, we're now going to be putting that onto our Dreamweaver screen. So to do so, we're going to be inserting a table. So again, just like we would in Word, we're going to come up here to Insert, and we're going to go to Table. Now, you'll get a box here, a pop-up box. And what we're going to be doing today is we're going to have 3 rows. So make sure you've got 3 rows, 1 column. Table width, I'd like you to change that to, or if it's not already, 750. And here you've got pixels or percent, if you can go to pixels. Where it says here border thickness, if we can have 0, cell padding 0, and cell spacing 0. Now the reason why we change the border thickness to 0 is because we change the size of the line. So basically when we see your web page, okay, when we look at your web page, you won't be able to see the lines, and that's what we want. So make sure they're all 0. And then we're going to come down here and click on OK. What should happen, you should now have a table appear on your web page. So what we're going to do, first off, I want to align this. Okay, I want to put this in the middle of my page. Reason being is because at the moment it's aligning to the left. So I want it to be aligned into the center so that I have white space on either side. So what you need to do, you need to select it. So you'll need to select that. And you'll need to come down here to Align, and we're going to go to Center. So as you can see, that's just moved that to the center. Then what I'd like everyone to do is in the top row, I'd like everyone to type the word banner. It doesn't matter the alignment. Then what I want everyone to do is come down to the 3rd row, and we're just going to press on enter. So as you can see, you can start to see, some of you might be able to start to see your storyboard already there. If we go back to banner, if we can select down, because I know for some of you your banner will be quite thick. So this is where when you make your banner, whether it be in Fireworks or Flash or Photoshop, whatever you're deciding to do, this is where you're going to be adding your banner. Now I know for some of you your links aren't necessarily underneath your banner. But for this one, okay, this is where here is where our links are going to be. So in this section here is where our links are going to be. Okay, so this second row here is where I'm going to put my links. So what I'd like everyone to do is to insert their table, have a space there for the banner, have a space there for the links, and then also for the body. So I'll give everyone time to do that, and then we'll come back and we'll start adding in our links.